Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of the DAN Show, and welcome to my latest 2022 NFL mock draft video. Today, I'm going to break down the Seattle Seahawks and what they're going to do at the 9th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. But before I get started, if this is your first time here, I just got to ask you a simple question. Do you like football? Because if so, you're in the right place. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Join the growing community of NFL fans. We talk all 32 teams. We talk the draft. We talk free agency. And I will go live tomorrow, Friday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I go live every Friday. I answer all questions for all 32 teams. Now, I got that out of the way. What does Seattle do with the 9th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft? First off, this pick could be gone, and it could be gone very soon. I was really hoping the Deshaun Watson trade would already happen. That way my mock draft could be settled a little more. But being that Watson's still going around and the Houston Texans are still exploring a trade, I have to go with the available information. Seattle is in play for Deshaun Watson, and I also think that Matt Ryan could be the quarterback here. If Watson signs with Atlanta, I think you have to trade Matt Ryan, and I think Seattle would be a perfect spot for Matt Ryan to go. In fact, you could go in several different directions here, but I'm going to go with the available information. And as of right now, Drew Lock is the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. Now, full disclosure, I went to the same high school as Drew Lock, and I've known about Drew Lock since he was 16 years old. So my opinion of him is not unbiased at all. I think very highly of Drew Lock, and I think the Denver Broncos whiffed big time not starting Drew Lock last year. I think if Drew Lock started, the coaching staff would stay intact. I mean, he ended up not starting, and everybody lost their job. Bridgewater's even in Miami right now. I think Drew Lock could be the starting quarterback for the 2022 season, and I think he could be a really good starting quarterback. I don't know if that's what Seattle wants to do, but I would be very happy if I was a Seahawks fan to have Drew Lock as my starter in 2022. But again, I'm not unbiased. The one thing I don't see is Pete Carroll starting a rookie here. I'm fully aware that he started Russell Wilson as a rookie, but that was a different team, a different time, and a different situation. This team has a lot of holes in it, and this division is brutal, all right? You already got the Rams who won the Super Bowl. The Cardinals went to the playoffs, and San Francisco also, went to the playoffs. So, I mean, this is a very tough division here. Asking a rookie to take over with a team with this many holes is quite a bit. Now, Malik Willis isn't off the table. This is definitely somebody who's in play here, but I got Seattle going in a different direction. Personally, I think that the way this mock draft is set up, Seattle would be in a great position to trade down at this point. But in this draft, there are no trades, and Willis isn't the pick here at number 9. I was thinking offensive line here, specifically left tackle. Dwayne Brown's going to be 37 when the season starts. And I was thinking offensive line or tackle, but the last time Seattle used a first-round pick on an offensive lineman, you have to go back to 2011 where they drafted James Carpenter. It really didn't work out, which is ironic because in that draft, in the 4th round, you got K.J. Wright. In the 5th round, you got Richard Sherman. And in the 7th round, you got Malcolm Smith. Yes, Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. So the draft ended up being a good draft, but drafting James Carpenter really didn't work out for him. So I'm going to rule out quarterback and offensive line. In fact, I'm going to rule out offense completely for this pick. I think that Seattle's going to use this pick on the defensive side of the ball. Seattle's going to go with a new defensive look. They're going to implement some 3-4 schemes in their new defense, but to be perfectly honest, what they're going to look as what their base package is going to be is kind of a challenge. So I think Seattle's going to try to throw some uncertainty into teams by showing them some different formations and some different looks. One thing about the Seattle Seahawks is that come draft time, it's always a question of what they're going to do because they're definitely a team that follows their own path. They usually don't do what people expect. So doing a mock draft with the Seahawks is always a challenge, but I try to look at trends, and there is one trend that really stands out with the Seattle Seahawks, and that's kind of what I'm basing this pick on. So with the 9th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, The Seattle Seahawks select Sauce Gardner, cornerback out of Cincinnati. Originally, I did have Sauce Gardner going number 5 to the New York Giants, but I changed some things on my mock draft, and Sauce Gardner is now available. And I think that this pick makes a lot of sense. The one thing that Seattle's always had was big physical corners, and in the 6'3" Gardner, that definitely fits the bill. Now, normally, I don't like corners starting day one in a defense that's going to play a lot of man, but I think you're going to see a more multifaceted type defense from Seattle that you've seen in years past. And Sauce Gardner, with his athleticism and intelligence, I think he'll be a great fit in this defense, that you're going to see some 3-4-4-3 zone and man type of coverage. So I think Sauce Gardner will really excel as a day one starter here. And this kind of fits the trend of Seattle liking big physical corners here. But this is my opinion. I want to hear from you. What do you think? Drop a comment below, and hey, let's talk football here. What do you want the Seattle Seahawks to do with the 9th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft? I give you my opinion, but I want to hear from you. I admit I'm throwing a curveball here, so don't be bashful. If you have something that you don't like about this pick, I get it. Drop a comment below. Let's talk. Tomorrow, I'm going to release what the Jets are going to do at 10, plus I go live. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I go live. I answer all questions. Anything goes. So join me on the live stream tomorrow night. But do me a favor. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Like the video. This is some awesome content that you're getting, and ring the bell. That way you're notified every time I come out with a new video. So, hey, listen, join me tomorrow live, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.